Hi and welcome back to our show. I'm Dylan Just.
And I'm Mike Just.
And we are
Just Irises. Hi and welcome back. It's Dylan Just Irises. So today I'm going to be sprinkling some weed preventer along our irises, and I'm going to be talking about how it works, when to do it, and what it does. And I'm also going to be talking about how mulch is bad for your iris rhizomes. Mulch is not good, even though it does prevent weeds from growing and it makes the gardens look a little better. It is not good for your irises. We have done it before, and all it did was just make our irises rot and die. So that mulch is not good for your irises. And when you take the mulch away from the irises and just have the soil, which is the good thing, you just put the weed preventer down. And what we have here is this preen bag that was recommended by the top hybridizers in the world. So that's the front, and that's the back. So we're going to sprinkling some weed preventer down today. I'm going to tell you why we're doing it now, and that's because today is March 15th, and we fertilize March 28th. So you put the weed preventer down about 2 weeks before you fertilize, which is basically the time right now. And it's perfect timing because today's Sunday, tomorrow's Monday. It's supposed to rain through tonight into tomorrow, so we don't have to water them. We're just gonna let the weather do its job. So the preen is basically a shield for the irises. So when we sprinkle the preen down in the irises, it is like a protective shield for the irises so that no weeds grow in sight. But there is one thing that you should be very cautious of, that when you put the preen down and when you water it, it activates it and it puts a shield around the irises once the water touches it. And then when that happens, you're not supposed to touch the soil. If you want to take a rhizome out or you want to mix the soil in with the preen, that is not good. It'll break the barrier, and the preen is just useless and it doesn't work. So that is also not good. And if you have weeds in your garden still lying around, you have to weed your gardens first, take all those weeds out, and then put the preen down, because the weed preventer here is just weed preventer. It doesn't kill all the weeds. So you still have to weed, and then you have to put down the weed preventer so that it prevents weeds from growing. So I'm going to be sprinkling the preen around the irises. I'm going to show you an example. I'm just going to get a cup of preen right here, and I'm just going to sprinkle it around the rhizomes. Let me show you what that looks like. So right here, we're just going to sprinkle it around the irises. You can put it on the rhizomes and also around the soil, because the soil is where they mostly grow. We're just going to sprinkle the weed preventer along this, and I'm going to be showing you what it looks like at the end. And this is the final result on the weed preventer. As you can see, all of that yellow, that is all the weed preventer. It looks good. It is going to rain very shortly, so the preen will get watered in. And like I said before, as soon as the water hits the preen, it'll activate a shield. And when you water the preen, you cannot touch the soil or mess with it, or else the shield will be broken and the weeds will grow anyway, and the preen will be useless. So when the water touches them and hits them, do not mess with the soil, do not undig any rhizomes, don't mess with it, just leave it. And then 2 weeks, till March 28th, is fertilizing. That's what we're going to fertilize. And shortly after that, and a month away, we're going to have irises finally blooming. It's going to be one heck of a year. I am excited. And that is the final representation of the preen and weed preventer.